Watch your favorite team play during the season. But now, it's World Series time again. And the eyes of every fan in the nation, from the biggest city to the smallest crossroad town, as well as millions beyond our own borders, are turned toward baseball's annual fall classic, the World Series. The World Series story of 1954 starts on this day of September 21, when 250,000 baseball fans welcome the Indians home after the pennant clincher in Detroit. This third Cleveland championship team won 111 games to set an American League record, ending the 5-year World Championship rule of the New York Yankees. There's a gigantic celebration in New York, too, for the Giants, who have fought their way into their 14th World Series. It's a traditional New York welcome, reserved for visiting celebrities, conquering heroes, and champions in sports. The ticker tape parade winds up at City Hall for the Giants. Here's where baseball's postseason classic will start. The Polo Grounds, rich in baseball history. For many fans, the preliminaries are as exciting as the game, and more than 50,000 will watch today. This is the first World Series for Al Lopez, manager of the Indians. The Giant skipper, Leo DeRocher, played in the 1928 Classic with the Yankees and in 1934 with the Cardinals. And this is his third time in the big series as a manager. Baseball Commissioner Ford Frick is on hand long before game time. Fred Flagg, Secretary-Treasurer of the National League, talks with League President Warren Giles. And Will Herridge, President of the American League since 1931, heads up the delegation from his circuit. Bobby Avila of Veracruz, Mexico, hit .341 to win the American League batting championship. The Giants have a league batting king, too. Their Willie Mays from Fairfield, Alabama, took the title with a .345 percentage on the last day of the season. Only twice before had the rival batting champions met in a World Series. Don Mueller's 212 hits were the highest in the majors this year, and his .342 average brought him the runner-up spot to Mays in the National League's batting derby. The Giants' #1 feminine fan, Lorraine Day, has more than a rooting interest. She gives last-minute encouragement to her husband, Leo DeRocher. Bob Lemon gets a briefing from manager Lopez. Lemon has been the Indians' clutch pitcher this season, winning 23 games. It's the 6th year Bob has won 20 or more games for Cleveland. Sal Maglie, Lemon's mound opponent, has carried the Giants over many rough spots. And this is another one for the cool and crafty veteran, winner of 14 games against only 6 losses. And there go the Giants out on the field. And here's Jack Brickhouse to give you the World Series play-by-play.
Al Smith, young left fielder from Kirkwood, Missouri, leads off for the Indians. Magley's 4th pitch hits Smith. Bobby Avila punches a single to right center. And when Don Mueller fumbles, Smith takes 3rd on the error. Maglie gets by Doby and Rosen to hold the runners on 1st and 3rd. But Vic Wertz smashes a tremendous triple off the wall in right center, scoring Smith and Avila. Dave Philley ends the inning by flying to Don Mueller, and the Indians have a 2-0 lead. As the Giants come up in their half of the 3rd, the Indians still lead 2-0. Lockman sends a single into right. Dark follows with a base hit over second to put runners on 1st and 3rd. Mueller forces Dark at second, and Lockman races home with the Giants' first run. Willie Mays walks, and Mueller moves to second. Thompson flashes a clean hit to right, bringing in Mueller, and the Giants have tied the score at 2-all. There's one out in the Cleveland seventh when Al Smith rounds out to Thompson. It's Thompson again on a brilliant play as he goes to his knees to spare Bobby Avila's low liner. The tense battle continues deadlocked into the Indians' eighth, which Larry Doby starts with a walk. Al Rosen beats out a hit to deep short. Maglie's in real trouble now, with Vic Wertz looking for his fourth straight hit. Manager Leo DeRocher sends coach Fred Fitzsimmons out to the mound to remove Sal Maglie. The Giants are taking no chances. Don Little, a left-hander, comes in to pitch to the Cleveland Sluggers. Little has helped the Giants all year long in many crucial spots. With the count 1-2 Wertz pounds the next pitch over Willie Mays' head, but there goes Willie. And he makes a miraculous catch as he stops a step short of the wall. Manager Lopez sends up Hank Majeski to bat for Dave Philley. DeRocher counters by bringing in his veteran right-handed relief star, Marv Grissom. Lopez withdraws Majeski and substitutes the southpaw swinging Dale Mitchell. Tough spots are nothing new for Grissom, the bullpen ace from Red Bluff, California, who appeared in 56 games during the season. Mitchell walks, and the bases are loaded. Lopez calls on another pinch batter, Dave Pope, for George Strickland. Now Grissom's famous screwball is working, and Pope takes a third strike. It's up to Jim Hegan to get the lead run home, but Monte Irvin backs near the wall for his long drive. Willie Mays gets a thunderous ovation as he returns to the dugout. The Indians haven't scored since the first inning. Now, Vic Wertz makes his fourth hit, a 400-foot double to left center to lead off the 10th. Rudy Regalato runs for Wertz. Sam Denty, Strickland's replacement at shortstop, moves Regalato to third with a sacrifice bunt. Dave Pope, who has taken Philly's place in right field, is purposely passed. Bill Glenn bats for Jim Hegan and strikes out. Bob Lemon's a good hitter, and now he has a chance to break the tie. But he ends the inning with a liner to Whitey Lockman. When the Giants come up in their half of the 10th, Bill Glenn is at first base, and Mickey Grasso is catching for the Indians. Mueller fans and is tagged out by Grasso. Willie Mays waits off Lemon and draws his second walk. On the first pitch to Thompson, Willie steals second. A thrill of excitement stirs the Polo Grounds crowd, and Leo DeRocher again is a man in motion. Lemon walks Thompson purposely to get at the right-handed hitting Monte Irvin. But Irvin's not coming up. Dusty Rhodes, sub-outfielder, comes off the bench to bat for Irvin. He's been a big man for the Giants this season, 15 pinch hits in 45 trips. Rhodes cuts at the first pitch, and there goes the ball down the right field line. A home run into the seats, and the ball game's over. The Giants win this opener of the 1954 World Series 5-2. And the Polo Grounds rocked with tumultuous applause. The storybook finish is the biggest moment in the baseball career of Dusty Rhodes. It's a tough one for Bob Lemon to lose, and it's little consolation for Vic Wertz, whose 4 hits today tied a series record. Marv Grissom gets his first World Series victory, and Willie Mays gave this crowd of 52,751 an unforgettable sight. The miracle catch on Wertz in the 8th inning.